Lori Longy, 1427 Enfield Street. I want to bring you back to the beginning. See something, say something. I want to explain where we are coming from. We basically were the whistleblowers. People that report waste, fraud, abuse, unethical practices, mismanagement, gross waste of public funds, and abuse of authority. The whistleblowers are supposed to provide specific information which enables people to properly review the complaint. The complainant should submit evidence identifying the issues, documents, and other sources of information so someone can examine the allegations. The BAA members did everything above. We came to you, we brought you this factual information, we told you the problems, and rewrote a report. We thought it should have been a council-run investigation, just going through everything that we had, but that's not what happened. Now, here we are today, spent a ton of public money, and let's blame the victims. The whistleblower laws are written to prevent this type of retaliation. One of the biggest issues I had with this entire investigation was that the BAA were basically the complainants, yet we were the last ones to be interviewed. Why? Doesn't anybody wonder why? I read the RFP, I read the MOU. It was all about the reevaluation and the assessment practices. When I asked, I was told that they had the BAA report, but we had a vast amount of documents that compiled the report that no one asked us for anything. We actually insisted on being interviewed. Why is that? I met with Mario, just like the other BAA members, at the very end of this independent review, and I believe that that report was already written. I went over these 284 pages, one by one, in a 7-hour interview. I gave him annotated pages where I felt there was the issues, and I gave him the Connecticut Association of Assessing Officers Handbook. I highlighted the pages of the PA 490 Farm Bureau Guide. I gave him the case law, and I gave him the backup information from the actual appeal and the appeal number from where the information was from. This was not addressed in the report or the appendix. This is why I wanted to explain to you last year, and especially now, before you blindly take a recommendation from someone that told us that he was not there to judge the BAA, but then he does exactly that. He said he was in the room to hear the cases like we did, and he did not look at them one by one on a case-by-case basis. So he judges us, but then he doesn't look at the cases. What were we paying him to do? The BAA heard the appeals. We looked and read the 10,000 documents that they just copied and Bates numbered. We had a duty to the taxpayer of this town to be able to give you the information that was given to us. He should have and wanted to know what we had first and not last. You should want to know what we have. He should have interviewed more than one person. He should have disclosed his relationship with the assessors. Don't you think he should have told you that both are longtime clients of Burke and Moses? On top of that, he was teaching a class to all of them and all of the Connecticut assessors basically last week to learn how to win cases over taxpayers in a mock trial. He is simply an attorney that represents the best interests of the assessors. After your last meeting, I received many calls, a few handwritten letters from residents, and the common theme was, how can any employee just be rude and mostly follow the law? Plus, residents know that the state statute was not followed for the reversals. Do you find that mostly is an acceptable bar for any employee? We were asking that June 26th be a special meeting for us to be held in the same manner that you gave Mario, so we may speak fully and not be shut down. Everyone says, let's move forward. And don't you think that we want to move forward too? We have lost sleep over taxpayer issues. We have spent countless of hours on appeals. We've done field reviews, and there's a lot of time and energy to sit on a board. Don't forget, we were the whistleblowers, and then we got attacked. It sends a clear message to the public. It could be why it's so hard to get people to sit on the boards. You said at the last council meeting that we would have this opportunity to speak and present our side to the public, and then that was all changed. I can only hope for the residents and the taxpayers of this town that you'll do the right thing. Thank you.